Welcome to my art studio. I'm going to show you around. Take a look at a couple things. Go ahead and ask me some questions if you have any questions, and I'll go ahead and get started. The first thing we have here is my big collection of pencils and pens and everything. So there's quite a few. I've got them in these little containers. They're just oatmeal containers I cut in half, or containers from peanuts that I just took the lids off and put all my pens and pencils in those. I've got my off-brand of the technical pen there, and it's the isomars. It's a cheaper kind, but they work pretty good. Got my cutting board mat here, Sharpies, pencils, mechanical pencils. I've got ballpoint pens, bigger Sharpies, gigantic paint pen, chisel tip markers, more colored pencils. I've got here a noodles ink, Chinese traditional ink. I use that for this right here. It's my glass dip pen. I haven't done a drawing with that yet, but here's what that looks like. Keep it in a little case so it's safe and doesn't get damaged. Do my set of all of my other pens. These are expensive ones, different sizes and everything. This is my fountain pen here. It's just a Lamy Safari. Pens and more pens, all kinds of pens. I've got ballpoints, gels. We got more expensive Pigma Micron pens. I've got them all set up to where it's efficient for me when I'm drawing, so that it's close to me, close to my drawing area. I don't have to walk to the other side of the room for if I need something. This here's Chinese ink that I use for my glass dip pen. This is just a cutting mat that I use. This is my use that for cutting paper, the size I need. And this is off-brand of a pen, and isomars, techno art. And I got some drawing inks. That's for these over there. And these over here, markers and everything, they're kind of all over the place. It's not really organized in this. I just kind of throw whatever's in here. Watercolor brush. These are some big marking. Bunch of pencils. I don't do as much drawing with graphite anymore. I've got some other ones, but not quite as many pencils. I've gotten more into using pen and everything because I like that when I'm drawing with pen, I force myself to improve because I can't really cover up my mistakes. Sure, I can use a white gel pen or something like this, but I don't worry about it. I just have fun and do it. I've got all my different Sharpies here. The thing I was confused about with Sharpie is that it says here that it's ultra fine, but like they're not as fine as other pens that are a bold. So not sure about who was thinking about that. And more Sharpies. These are the fine tip. And my chiseled Sharpies, and my bigger ones. Oh, and these ones here. I started using these a few years back because they're pretty cheap. I started drawing with these gel pens, and I really liked how they worked because it just went on the paper so smooth. And oh, by the way, I have here V5 Precise. I love using these. They're really good for really detailed drawing. They work like a gel pen, but they're like these pens, so it's pretty awesome. And over here I've got a little bit of mix of Sharpie pens, Staedtler pens, and all that. And I try to organize them by color, by type, by size, and everything, so that when I want to use something, it's more efficient and it doesn't really take me as long to get to a supply or to use something. So That makes it very helpful and efficient. And over here I have my pencil sharpener, of course. It's by my drawing area so that it's efficient. I don't have to go to the other side of the room to sharpen a pencil. Like when you're in school and like you're sitting in one side of the room and you gotta walk all the way to the other side, you know, just to sharpen your pencil, and it's kind of annoying. I remember sometimes I wouldn't even get up to sharpen my pencil because I was quiet and everything, and I don't know, I guess I was uncomfortable and didn't really talk to anybody, but now I'm a bit more talkative. Let's see here. This is mechanical pencils. All the random stuff is I've got over there. This is my drawing setup, my tripod, and this is the view that you have when I'm drawing. That's where most of my videos are made. This is a drawing I did last night, Tech 9. And if you haven't heard of him, he's a rapper, and people are surprised that I even listen to his music because I don't seem like someone that wouldn't listen to it. So yeah, this is my little sketchbook. Some random drawings I did, something abstract, as you can see there. Some other things I drew in it. Drew my cousin and a friend, drew my nephew, and this is a drawing I did of a memory I had when I lived down in Florida. That was when I lived in Bush now. These are some other drawings I did of some friends. And that's the one I did yesterday. And over here I've got my keyboard, my mouse, my microphone, and my surround sound speakers. Headphones I'm using is it's called Iron Man series. They're really hard. It's really hard for them to fall out of your ear. Like, they stay on pretty good. But the other part of them fell off, so like they kept coming off after you use them for a couple years. That's the only bad thing about it. So I just like leave that part on because the little rubber piece kept coming off the end here. And this is my Logitech speakers, my monitor, microphone. I already showed you that. This is my computer. I got my external hard drive. That's the computer I built. And my preamp, my glass holder. This is a Red Dragon keyboard, by the way. It's a cheap keyboard, but it works pretty good. Same with the mouse. I think for both of them, it's maybe $35 for the mouse and the keyboard. So yeah, it's a pretty good setup because now I'm in the corner and it's efficient when I'm working on drawings, because I could be editing a video or something, and while I'm editing that, I can work on a drawing at the same time. I can rearrange some things, clear off my desk. So it makes things more efficient. I can get more drawing done. Also, the lighting that I'm using for these bulbs is a 5000K full spectrum daylight bulb, and they use that so you get proper color and everything. If you're using a much lower color, then it's going to be warmer. The higher the Kelvin for the light, then that means that it's more of a blue. So anything in the range of 5,000 to 55K or 5,500K is pretty good. And I'm gonna show you some other things I have over here. Some 2 paintings. I got to hang those up still. Then I've got some of my business cards I had made a few months back. Then I have here a tripod and some random gear and everything for my DSLR kit. A watch, and then that's a little bag for the headphones I have. And no, that is not Marzetti dressing. That is actually a wood glue. Tape measure, and I have some paints here. Different drawers for everything. Crayons, scissors. I've got these organized also as well, just like my pens and everything. It's organized based on what it is. So I've got all my erasers and everything in that. And my kneaded eraser. If you're ever drawing, you do need one of these. Get it? It's a pun. It's not really that funny, but At least you get it. Anyways, here's some more paints and everything. Whole bunch here. I use these for painting. I can give texture or something. Different paints. I got painter's tape, electrical tape, some basic tape, and there's all my paint brushes. You got watercolor, oil, and acrylic. These are some others like chip brushes, cheap ones. Then there's more expensive brush I have back here. This is a soft brush, acrylic paints, and then I've got my watercolor sets, and gouache. There's all these white ones there. That's watercolor. And then I have some random stuff in this box, like things that I can't really organize. Then up here I have some drawings that I've been working on. That either aren't finished or they are finished and I just haven't had it framed yet. And over here I've got easel, some drawings that I worked on. I like when I'm doing a big drawing, I just use this. It's like this thin sheet paper. There's a big roll. You can use a bigger one, but I just like using this paper because I do a lot of them. I just roll them up and put them in the corner. And my easel, it's got this little board that clips. I can clip paper onto and do a drawing. Random markers and everything that aren't organized. Big, huge Sharpies. Magnum Sharpies. Those are the king size right here. I've got it's like a giant ruler. So then here's some index cards, post-it notes. I do little tiny drawings on these. And then I've got a painting over here that I did a couple months ago. That's with acrylic paint. And here I have stored some other random things. I've got an oatmeal container I have a drawing on. And I've got pieces of wood that I use for drawing. And a glass piece I was storing oil paint in. And I've got another little tiny tabletop easel. And this is for my webcam, or it's for my microphone. But this one's actually for my webcam. There's some random papers and everything. And then in here I've got tacky glue and all that. Some other paints, house paints. I actually use those. They're exterior house paint. It has the primer in it already. Oh, here's the tacky glue. I already showed you that. And I've got, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Let's see. Gloss medium, then Mod Podge, spray bottle, work with fixative, and then I've got that back there. And I have stored over here some cardboard. I just do big drawings on these. So, did that one not too long ago. I'll show you what it looks like. If you haven't seen the video already, but this is a side angle view of it. Here's some papers, and this is all my papers I have. I've got them organized by type as well, and right there it shows what type of paper that is. I use a smooth paper, then I use a rough paper depending on what I'm doing, because sometimes I might be drawing with colored pencil and need something that has a rough surface. And then I've got all of my sketchbooks, lots of sketchbooks. There's got to be maybe 40 of them there. I'm not even sure, but if you can count them all, then I have here my own sketchbooks that I've made. And let's see, take a look here. And these are some of the drawings that I've done. Did that one a while ago. Some colored ones. I've got, still working on that one. Using a watercolor brush, a colored pencil. This is abstract. I don't even know what that is. No idea. Abstract. There's some floral looking thing. Some color. Picasso looking stuff. Someone said that drawing looks like something that someone had done. I'm trying to remember his name. It wasn't MC Escher. Oh man, what's his name? I think, if anybody knows, go ahead and let me know. I can't remember his name. And there's like some Halloween thing. I was just designing something. No idea what that is either. Most of the time I never know. And this looks like I was drawing, was it a tree? Yeah, it goes this way. It's a tree I was drawing. Some other stuff. And don't even know. I'll work on something. I just forget what I was even working on. And this is a piece of artwork that I'm still working on. Pretty detailed, as you can see. But yeah, I'm using a very fine-tipped pen for that drawing. The stippling. More Picasso stuff. Let's go back to stippling. I was going to tell you about that. I'm using it's just a Gemini gel, that one cheap gel pen. I'm just using it for this here, and it does good. It's not about the cost of the art supply. It's about your skill and being creative. There's more Picasso stuff. There's like a floral design, but yeah, those are these little sketchbooks that I've made. And the reason I have these arranged this way is because these here block the light from getting onto this. It prevents the paper from yellowing. And this here is, I have this setting here to block all light from going to the papers here so that they don't yellow as well. I've got different paper here. I've got black paper, get yellow, more yellow. It's like an ivory colored paper. And the different sketchbooks I have, I'll go into depth sometime about those, but all the different ones I have. And up here I've got different oil pastels and everything. That's a little kit. I think it has pastels in it and colored pencils and paint. And up here I have bigger drawing pads and whatnot. And this here's a Prismacolor marker set. I've got charcoal in this, little things for blending. I've got pastels in there. And this here's my little drawing table I use. I use this one because it's right in front of the light, because I get really good noon light or light in the afternoon, so I can just draw here and I don't have to use any lighting, so it saves my electricity costs. But that's my setup of everything. I could go more into depth about it, but everything I have, but it'd taken a long time, and I've got quite a bit of stuff here, as you can tell. And this here is where I keep some of my sketches and drawings. I'll go into depth about that at some time as well. That'll be for another video about how I have it arranged and everything. But this is my setup at the moment, and it makes it pretty efficient because I've got this table here to draw on. I've got all this room over here to draw on. Sorry about all the cords. The ones behind the monitor are organized, but I've got to figure out something with that. But yeah, this is my drawing setup. It's pretty efficient because, like I said earlier, I'm right in the corner. I don't have to worry about things being in my way as much, because what I had before it wasn't really good because I didn't really have that much room for anything. So I was kind of fighting with the things that were around me, and it took away from me being able to have any time to draw or working on anything. And the sketchbooks I have, I do a little bit in each one of them. I don't really fill up an entire sketchbook and then move on to another one. I work a little bit in each one because, after all, it's about having fun to me. It's not about trying to just accomplish a huge amount. Sure, I've got goals and everything, but you want to have fun along the way, because then if you're not having fun, then what's the point? Why do it in the first place if it's not really anything that you have passion for, that you're enjoying? And that's one thing I've learned after all, putting in the work and doing this, is that no matter how much work you do and how hard you're trying, and you're trying to reach a goal and trying to be something that, we get lost and caught up in this idea of what we should be or what we shouldn't be or what we should be doing in life. And that's different for everyone. It's different for, whatever you're doing, like where you're at and who you are as a person, because it's always changing and we're always changing as people. And I, for one, I'm always changing as a person, and I'm never really the same for too long. But I like exploring the world and finding new things and discovering new things about myself. And along the way of doing that, I feel that I improve as an artist, and that what I'm doing is helping other people, and it's not that I'm doing it just for myself or because I feel that I have to do this because other people tell me to, or that I should create certain things because that's what other people want me to create. I do it because I love it, and I'm never going to give up at this. It's always going to be a hobby of mine, and it's always going to be my passion. And this setup's pretty efficient, and I look forward to doing more drawings and showing everybody my other art supplies and sketchbooks and everything. So if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. And for now, thank you for watching, and you have a great day.